Hey, what's going on, guys? Retro Rewinder here. Apologize, I'm a little sick right now, but I really wanted to film this video and get it out there so I can get all this stuff put away. I like to film my videos and then get everything put on the shelf. Um, I have some stuff from last week at the garage sales. There's not a whole lot, and a game that I picked up today at a thrift store, and a couple retail purchases, and this bag of stuff to my right. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but a Facebook deal that I did. So let's jump right into the garage sale stuff first. Didn't find much of the garage sales this past weekend, but I did find two PS1 games. The guy had a couple really crappy PS2 sports games out, and I asked if he had any other video game stuff. I didn't think he would. He actually went in and said he had a PS1, and he brought out two games. Well, actually, he brought out more, but only two of them were worth picking up. Excuse me. The first was Worms Armageddon. Crack on the back. This one is missing the manual. I believe it's just a one disc game. It only had one disc in there. Not in bad shape, disc wise, but there was that one. And Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Black Label, complete, which I was really happy to find. I actually found this one a couple months ago, and it was a greatest hits version, and I paid $2 for it then, and I sold off the other one to pick up a different game. I don't like collecting non-Black Label PS1 stuff, so I'm really excited to try this one out. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard it's kind of a cross between a Castlevania game and like a Super Metroid or something, so I'm really interested to try that. And he told me that he would take $1 a piece, and I offered him 50 cents just because I always have to lower the price. That's just how I work. So I got both these for $1. The same day, a guy was selling a PS2 complete in the box. Well, no, I shouldn't say complete. It was missing a controller, and it was missing the power cord, but it was a PS2 fat system. He only had $15 on it, so I offered him 10, and he countered at 12, so we went ahead and did 12. The box isn't in the greatest of shape. It's okay, but I didn't have a PS2. Didn't have a PS2 box already, so I thought that was good to pick up for $12, and the system sell for like 40 or 50. And I actually bundled 4 PS2 fats together and just sold them as a lot here recently. The other cool thing is it actually came with the network adapter, so that was in the box. Excuse me. So for $12, that was a pretty good deal. Okay, moving on. At a thrift store, they had a couple DS and 3DS games, and it was with their CDs, and they priced all their CDs $1.99 unless marked otherwise, and this one wasn't marked otherwise, so I picked this up for $2. The 3DS Epic Mickey Power of Illusion. It was complete. I don't even own a 3DS yet. I plan on getting one, but this probably isn't a game that I'll get for it, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that as trade bait, or just resell that. So $2 with that. I knew a 3DS game for $2 was worth it. I took in a big box of stuff. Basically, if a game doesn't sell for more than like $10, I put it in a big box and eventually take it into a game store for trade-in. So I took a big box of stuff in. They ended up taking about half the stuff and gave me $50, right around $50 for store credit. So I ended up picking up a couple games. The first being, both of them for the N64. The first one being Bomberman 64. And as you can see, they had that priced at $9.99. And a game that I've been looking for a really long time and just haven't been able to find it at a decent price is Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. $25 I thought was actually a pretty good deal to begin with, and since I got it in trade-in, I didn't pay anything for it. And I actually picked up Yoshi's Story for N64 for a friend of mine. I recently sold her a Nintendo 64, and she wanted that game, so I picked that one up as well. And I still have $8 store credit. So the highlight of this video, actually, is this bag to the right of me. That's a funny story, actually. I bought a PS2 fat, a couple of memory cards, and a controller off of a guy last week or 2 weeks ago, and this transaction went really well. I don't remember what I actually paid for it back then, but I followed up. I did it off of a Facebook garage sale site, local site. Followed up, told him everything worked really well, just kind of, trying to be real polite about everything. And he actually contacted me today and said that he came across some Nintendo 64 games at a garage sale, and he remembered me telling him that I prefer older retro stuff. So he actually gave me a message on Facebook and sent me a picture, and we met up. He basically told me that he paid $20 for everything, and I saw the picture of the lot, and I told him, I'm interested in everything. What would you sell the whole lot to me for? And he said, I don't know what they're worth. Why don't you throw me out a price? So I told him I would double his money. I'd give him 40, and he countered with 35, which was kind of funny. I actually thought it was a typo, but when I met with him, he said he only wanted 35. He said he paid 20, and he thought $15 was good enough profit for him. I didn't have any change on me, and I was actually at work where I could have gotten some, but I told him, all this stuff for $40 is still a great deal for me, so I gave him the $40, and I think that'll actually pay off in the end, because he's told me he's got a neighbor, brother, they've all got video game stuff, so I think he'll send them my way since he's already called me back. So let's just jump into this. There was 31 Nintendo 64 games, and I paid $40 for everything. So we're just going to kind of reach in here randomly, so the best stuff might come out first. We don't know. So we got Knockout Kings 2000, Diddy Kong Racing, and a lot of these are doubles, so they'll go into my trade pile or so. Automobili Lamborghini, Jeremy McGrath Supercross 2000, reaching into the bag of goodies, Space Station Silicon Valley, Hybrid Heaven, no system in this bundle, by the way, they were all games. Magical Tetris Challenge, a pretty good one, Star Fox 64, a really fun game. Pokemon Puzzle League, Pokemon Stadium, Yoshi's Story. So as you can already tell, $40 for this bundle was a really good deal. Super Mario 64, Toy Story 2, and Glover. We got Star Wars Shadows of the Empire, Army Men Sarge's Heroes 2, another copy of Super Mario 64, my favorite Pokemon game of all time, Pokemon Snap. I love that game. When he showed me the picture, this game that I'm about ready to show you is actually one that I didn't see in the picture. He only could fit about 19 of them on the table that he had. So this was a really good surprise to see in there, and it's Pokemon Stadium 2, which I didn't have that already, so that will be going into the collection. Got Paperboy, All-Star Baseball 2001, back into the bag of goodies. Got Monopoly, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, A Bug's Life, Hey You Pikachu, which I actually have boxed and complete up there, Milo's Astro Lanes, one of my favorite sports games of all time, Mario Tennis. I love playing as Boo. Quest 64, and the game that I saw and knew right away that I would probably pay $40 for or more, because this one sells for 30 to 40 by itself, Super Smash Bros. Okay. We also got a Game Shark, Star Wars Rogue Squadron. No, there's one more in there. And yeah, and the last one, one that I was really excited to see, because I've been wanting to add this one to my collection for a long time, and it's only the second game in the series that I own. Actually, I own one for the Game Boy, I'm sorry, so it's the third game in the series, and it's Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards. So I was really excited to see that, and it's in really good shape too. So getting all that for 40 bucks is, you know, a steal, which is why I didn't mind paying the guy an extra 40. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to refer some people to me. That Facebook garage sale site that I've been getting on is really helpful. Basically, where I live, there's like 4 or 5 different sites where people just list stuff for sale and try to keep it all local, because Craigslist, you know, branches out to a little bigger. Stays in the small town, or the county at least, and so people feel a little safer doing it, I guess. So I've actually gotten some really good hits off there. I put an ad on there and just said, you know, hey, I'm looking for retro video game stuff, and I put a big list of everything that I was looking for. Real general, just Nintendo, Sega, that kind of stuff. So, guys, I appreciate you watching and commenting. This 50 subscriber video that I have going on right now seemed to be a pretty good success. I've already picked up quite a few new subscribers, a lot of comments. I think there's already 2 or 3 video responses in just, you know, the first day afterwards. So all of my new subscribers that are, you know, watching my first pickup video that you've ever seen, I'm glad you came to the channel to check it out. I hope you like everything that I picked up, and until next time, see you guys.